Madridistas, today ends in disappointment for Real Madrid as we travel to Anfield and lose to Liverpool 1-0. And honestly, this game easily could have been 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, maybe even 5-0 for Liverpool today if it was not for Thibaut Courtois being the best goalkeeper in the world. He really kept us in this game, in a game we really did not deserve to even be into, because Liverpool, from the start of this game to the finish of this game, were the much better team. So guys, I just have to really quick, congratulations to all Liverpool fans out there. Congratulations to all the Scousers. I do not like you, but I can eat the humble pie. I can tell you congratulations and piss off too at the same time. I can be telling you that. But let's talk about this game for Real Madrid. Let's talk about some of the players out there that disappointed and really left me with a lot more question marks moving forward to my thoughts on Xabi Alonso and the tactics he actually used in this game too. And of course, my man of the match. But guys, if you like the video, please hit the like on the video too. Subscribe if you're new around here too. Very much appreciated. Despite the loss, we will continue to be making these videos and continue to be pumping out content for you. So I very much appreciate it. But let's talk about this game. In a game that I was hyped for. I do not like Liverpool, I will tell you right now. Barcelona, number one hated team. Number two, it's close even. It's probably Liverpool for me. Probably Liverpool today. This was a game that I wanted to be winning so bad. And I'm very, very disappointed that once again, we have a trip to Anfield where today we could be getting revenge. Today we have a fully healthy team. Today we have no excuses to be going to Liverpool, to be going to Anfield, to be going to a Liverpool team that is 2-6 in the last 8 games. And we lose 1-0 and really don't even put up a fight in this game other than Thibaut Courtois. Take a look with me at the starting lineup we actually got to see. It goes back to actually the starting lineup that I wanted to be seeing coming into this game. Moving forward, is this the starting lineup? We'll talk about that too. Kylian Mbappe up top, Vinny Jr., Jude Bellingham, Arda Güler, Camavinga getting the start, Tchouaméni, Carreras, Dean Howson, Militao, Fede Valverde, and Thibaut Courtois. This might look familiar to you because this is the same lineup that we defeated Barcelona with in El Clasico. The exact same lineup, the same formation, everything like that too. And while it did work against Barcelona, I said it jokingly before, and then I was kind of like, I'm kind of serious when I say this. Has Real Madrid beaten a good team yet? And I know the Barcelona fans, you're already typing. I can see it right now. The dots are popping up. Calm down before I say this. Have we beat a good team? Barcelona's not a good team right now. Call it like it is. I'm not even saying Real Madrid's a good team. We lost to Atletico Madrid. That was a big test. Even if we would have beat Liverpool today, would that have been a good team? I don't know. Really, right now, the way I think of good teams in Europe, maybe I'm being a little too mean and strict when it comes to good teams. I think great teams right now. I think Arsenal's a great team. I think Bayern Munich's a great team. And then I think there's another tier. I think PSG might be there. I think Liverpool, Man City sort of thing. I don't think Real Madrid's there. Maybe we are. I think we're probably a tier below right now the way I see things in terms of Europe. But when we've actually had challenges, when we're not going against, just let's be honest, bad La Liga teams, we have struggled. We have not been able to come back once being down in any game so far. We have been up. We have been able to control games. And today was a big test for Real Madrid because Liverpool, in the immediately beginning of this game, was coming at Real Madrid and coming at us very fast too, pressing very well all together as a team, whether it was Ekitike, Salah, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, all of them were pressing us very well. And I just have to be mentioning this. What the hell was happening with some of the passes? We had hospital passes out there. And what do I mean by that? These are passes that are just going to trouble. You are causing chaos. You are putting people in horrible situations. And we were doing this throughout the game. Dean Howson was doing a horrible job today. Tchouaméni had a couple of, Camavinga had a couple of them too. And really, that cannot be happening, especially all of the stuff I talked about Dean Howson. Dean Howson in the Club World Cup was probably our best player out there. He probably was. Maybe him or Arda Güler. It's been a while. But unfortunately, since then, Dean Howson has gotten a little bit worse. He's gotten a little bit worse and gotten a little bit worse. And today really was just a glaring issue that I was seeing from Dean Howson today. When we actually take a look at Dean Howson, here's the thing I want to remember, and I will try to be positive. Dean Howson's 20. This is his first season at Real Madrid. And here's the thing. Bournemouth, even though they're doing well in the Prem right now, this is a huge jump from Bournemouth. This is not coming from a Man City to Real Madrid. This is not coming from Bayern Munich to Real Madrid. This is not coming from a Liverpool to Real Madrid like Trent Alexander-Arnold did. This is from Bournemouth to Real Madrid. This is a huge jump. But at the same time, when I say that about Dean Howson, I have to be mentioning Alvaro Carreras. I thought Carreras was good today. I thought he locked up Mo Salah. I actually rated Carreras overall today. And really, There's not that many players I actually rated. Overall, in the beginning of this first half, there was not a lot that Real Madrid could do. We had a couple of chances that we were trying to create out there, but unfortunately, what kept happening is we keep sending the ball wide to the left wing, and Vinny continues to struggle. But the issue, and the reason why I want to defend Vinny here, is when it comes to him on the left wing. I think I can talk about him critically, and then I can talk about some of the reasons why this might be happening. Vinny, whenever we pass the ball to the left wing, where did Vinny do well? Think about the best time that we had for Vinny. Yes, he won the Champions League with Jude Bellingham, but what happened? Jude Bellingham was crashing the box. We had Rodrigo over there crashing the box too. We had a Joselu out there crashing the box. And then when we talk about Karim Benzema, when Karim Benzema and him were cooking, and we won that first Champions League with Vinny Jr. and with Karim Benzema, well, it would have been like Karim's fourth, but with Vinny's first one, we had Karim Benzema out there. We had a true number 9. What is Kylian Mbappe? Do I call him the best player in the world? Yes. What is he not? He is not a true striker. He is not somebody who is crashing to the box. The only time today that we actually got to see Vinny have a good pass to Kylian Mbappe, Mbappe was kind of crashing into the box. He actually had a good opportunity there. Otherwise, we're crossing the ball to nobody. It is pointless for Vinny Jr. to be trying to drive to cross to nobody. He's literally, if Vinny is crossing the ball, he's crossing it to Liverpool. You were crossing it to a Virgil van Dijk. You were crossing it to a Marmashashvili. You were crossing it to a Kanate. Nobody is running into the box. And there's only so many players that we actually have, especially when we, again, take a look at the lineup. Who's running into the box? Maybe a Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham's a big bloke. Tchouameni's your DM. You don't want that guy running into the box. Arda Güler, as much as I love him, you don't want him running into the box. Camavinga, is he running into the box? No. The person who should be running into the box is this guy. Unfortunately, I don't care that this is striker. That's not what he is. He is not a striker. Maybe in FIFA, in FC 26, 27, I don't even know what year is out there. Maybe he's a striker for you then. But when it comes to reality, when it comes to real life, he is not a striker. He is behind Vinny saying, pass the ball back. And that is not good. And that is not going to lead us to success against elite teams in Europe. And Liverpool is one of those elite teams. Manchester City is going to be one of those elite teams. Bayern Munich, Arsenal, don't even get me started about that. Liverpool, again, are 2-6 up until today in their last 8 games too. They did defeat Arsenal. I told you guys in the preview too, Arsenal has only had 1 loss today. And they've only had maybe 3 goals allowed in the entire season. And one of them was an amazing free kick against Liverpool too with Szoboszlai. And that was their only defeat so far. Arsenal have a way better defense. And the fact that we could even create opportunities today against Liverpool team that has been lacking goals, has been letting things happen, has had a bunch of teams beat them. Manchester United just beat them recently. You're telling me that we can't even get a goal in this game? Can only have 2 shots on target? It's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. And so I do understand a little bit of the Vinny frustration for him there. But at the same time, Vinny, we just got to be honest, buddy. You are going against Connor Bradley, who absolutely locked you up today. Put you in his pocket, put you in somebody. The guy's from Northern Ireland. He's from Northern Ireland, and he absolutely locked you up too. And I can't be coming on here and talking about Connor Bradley. I can't be talking shit about Connor Bradley. I can't be talking shit about Robertson, and you get locked up from him. And the thing is, I do understand, again, Vinny's frustration when nobody's running into the box. But, dude, you cannot be getting dispossessed. You cannot be absolutely getting cooked by Connor Bradley out there. It's just, there's no excuses for that. There's no excuses all around for this Real Madrid team. It is just frustration after frustration when it came to watching this game, because it just seemed like dead ball. It just seemed we're passing it just to pass it. We're not creating any chances to. And the biggest thing, I don't like to look at the stats until the game is finished. And in the instant reaction, I looked at the stats, and the number one stat that absolutely shocked me, and it probably will shock you too if you didn't look at it already, is we dominated possession. We dominated possession today. Did it mean anything? No. But we dominated possession, 61% to their 39, and that was in total in the game. We only had 8 shots with 2 on target in this game, and 1 big chance and 1 big chance miss. And again, when you take a look at Liverpool, look at this heat map for Liverpool. We're going to zoom in. Maybe I zoomed in too far. Look right below me. Look at all these shots coming into the box. These are from corners. This is where the goal was from McAllister too. He was onside. But you are giving them opportunities from set pieces all around the box. You can only give them so many opportunities before it comes to bite you back in the ass. And that's what happened today. And McAllister, he just has a knack for getting a goal against Real Madrid and makes it 1-0. And ultimately, they get the job done. And this is the thing. There's still a lot of football to be played. There's still a lot of Champions League games to be played. And it is early November when we're recording this game. In the grand scheme of things, does this win matter? In terms of Champions League, no. You can 100% still be winning Champions League after a result like this. If you make changes, if you adapt, if you understand the mistakes that you made out there. And this is up to Xabi Alonso. And this is up to the manager to make decisions, to be making things a lot better. One of the things I'm very critical of Xabi Alonso today is we saw Rodrigo. I was very happy to see Rodrigo. However, we saw Rodrigo in VMR. Vinny, Mbappe, Rodrigo. We saw Mbappe and Rodrigo and Vinny Jr. all out there at the exact same time. And here's the thing. You might be saying, well, Dally, we saw that last year. This is the first time. This is the first time all season that we have seen VMR out there. Every other time, Rodrigo's starting for Vinny, or he's coming on for Vinny, or Vinny is coming on for Rodrigo, or vice versa. We have not seen them all out there all at the same time once a season. And honestly, it seemed like a desperation play. That's not probably what I would have liked to see out there. It didn't make any sense. Why are you testing things now? This is what I talk about when we're talking about these La Liga games. Why I see we need to be smashing these teams so you can rotate, so you can test things out when it's a cool, comfortable win. When you already have it in the bag, that's when I want us to be testing things, because today, that's not the opportunity to be testing it to. And here's the thing with Rodrigo. Was he good? No. He wasn't good out there. Am I surprised? The guy doesn't have any minutes. He's not getting any minutes under Xabi Alonso right now. So he's coming off ice cold off the bench. He got none basically over the weekend. He got none in El Clasico. He got none against Juventus. Am I surprised that the guy is coming off the bench and not performing, especially when he's over on the right wing, when he prefers to be over on the left wing? No, I'm not surprised at all. Xabi Alonso, he needs to be figuring out a lot of things. And when you have a team as talented as we do, we need to be figuring out things a lot quicker than we were today. We only made 3 subs in total today. Rodrigo comes off the bench. Trent gets his booze today. I was honestly shocked to see Trent. Am I surprised Trent did nothing? No. The guy is actually still recovering. This was week 7 of 8 for his recovery. I think it would have been nice, again, to see him over the weekend, to see him against Valencia, to instead of, just coming back from injury. Okay, let's think about this. Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's coming back from injury. Where is the worst place to give him any minutes? He has not got minutes in 7 weeks. Maybe, just maybe, it is a away trip to Anfield where the second he comes on, he's getting booed. The second he enters the pitch, he's getting booed. Every time he touches the ball, he's getting booed. And you're bringing him on to do what? It doesn't make sense with what we are doing. And when you have options on the bench, you have a Brahim Diaz you're bringing on. Did Brahim do nothing? No, he didn't do anything. But look at the bench. You have Raul Asensio, who I think could have had an impact today because I thought Dean Howson was terrible. I think Ceballos maybe could have offered something. Endrick could have offered something too. I think Gonzalo Garcia, if anything, it offers you a target man into the box to actually be able to cross the ball to the box. Because again, if it's not for Kylian Mbappe scoring just beautiful goals week in and week out, and he will continue to be doing that in La Liga, how are we scoring goals? How are we scoring goals? Is Vinny consistently going to be scoring goals? Because he's not going to be able to drive it into the box. He's not going to be able to drive it around 7 defenders, 3 defenders, whatever it would be. That's not going to be happening too. We are not consistently scoring enough where we need to be scoring it. I think putting Gonzalo Garcia out there today probably would have made a difference. Putting Endrick out there probably would have made a difference too. But unfortunately, as much as I loved that starting 11 that we initially saw today, I think we need to have some questions. And maybe I'm just wrong about how much I actually like this starting lineup. Let's talk about it. Individually, I rate a lot of these players. I love Jude Bellingham. I still think he's the best midfielder in the world. Was it a good day for him? No. It wasn't a good day. It wasn't a good day really for anybody. Thibaut Courtois was clearly the best, my man of the match, 100%. I thought Carreras did good at times. I thought Fede Valverde did good at times. Other than that, I think that's it. Maybe Militao. But when it came to Kylian Mbappe and Vinny, they didn't offer much. They did not offer much out there. Again, I think Vinny needs a striker, and I think Mbappe needs to be the left winger. And unfortunately, guess what? Those two, it just might not work out. It just might not work out, and one of them will probably be sold, and that one will probably be Vinny, because Kylian Mbappe scores too many goals for you just to sell him. And it's just not going to happen, especially because it's Florentino Perez's boy. And so he might be the one who gets sold, and especially if he has a high market value, it might be happening. And here's the thing. It might be the right decision, ultimately. But when we talk about the midfield, I think this is a glaring issue for me. What are we doing? What are we doing in the midfield? I love Arda Güler. I didn't think he offered really anything today. I didn't think so. Camavinga's playing the right wing, guys. As much as I like Camavinga, he can't be playing the right wing. It just doesn't make sense. I think maybe I think maybe we need to be making some substitutions. And I don't think Camavinga should be starting out there if we're going to be starting him at the right wing. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for what we need to be doing. Maybe a 3-5-2 setup would work a little bit better, but Camavinga cannot be starting week in and week out at the right wing. I think maybe an Endrick today starting at the right wing might have been different. Maybe bringing on a Camavinga for an Arda Güler, for a Jude Bellingham, something like that could have benefited us. But unfortunately, we are still experimenting. We are still early days into the situation under Xabi Alonso. And here's the thing, even though it's Real Madrid, even though we have some of these most best players in the world, some of the most expensive players in the world, we're not that good. We're still not that good, and we still can be so much better. We are clearly missing a striker out there. We are clearly missing a controlling midfielder out there. Again, as much as individually I love these players, I love Camavinga, I love Fede Valverde, I love Arda Güler, I love Tchouameni, I love Jude Bellingham, I love those players. Do they all work together? Do you think we could benefit from a Vitinha being in the starting 11? Do you think we could be benefiting from a Pedri being in the starting 11? A controlling midfielder, a deep-lying playmaker, somebody who can control the ball that is press resistant. I think we could be benefiting from that. And really, is that going to be happening during this season? No, it's not. And so I think when it comes to reality for us, for the game, La Liga is probably what we're winning, if we're winning anything this season. La Liga is probably what we're winning. And here's the thing. Under Xabi Alonso, in his first season, if he wins La Liga, it is a success. It might not be a good success. Now, am I coping? Maybe I am. Maybe I am. But we are not that good of a team currently. As it stands right now, as of recording this video, we're not that good of a team. We can still pump some of these teams in La Liga. Because here's the thing, and this is the thing I was mentioning in the instant reaction to. La Liga's trash. Call it like it is, guys. La Liga is trash. There is like 3 good teams, maybe 4 every once in a while in this league. Other than that, it is trash. You are playing 3 big games 6 times a year, 4 times a year, whatever the number would add up, okay? You were playing Atletico Madrid, you were playing Barcelona, and every once in a while, maybe Villarreal might be a good team. Maybe Bilbao, every once in a while, okay? You're playing 3 good teams. And then it is trash. I'm not going to mention them, who we play this weekend, because I'm not trying to jinx ourselves. But Oviedo, right? You were playing Getafe. You were playing Real Sociedad. These teams are bad. These teams are getting destroyed by the lesser teams over in England. Where for Liverpool is a little bit more battle-tested. And yes, they have taken some losses. But when they're going against the likes of a Manchester United, a Chelsea, a Spurs, a Newcastle, a Man City, an Arsenal, the list goes on and on. Bournemouth out there too. Sunderland out there too. The list goes on and on. Crystal Palace. I can name like 10 teams that will go at Liverpool. The teams for Real Madrid that we're playing week in and week out do not go at Real Madrid. So this is something completely new. This is a different opportunity and a different play style that we're actually having to adjust to. And we were not ready for it. We were shell-shocked today when it came to this game overall. And again, it is not an excuse, but it just is the reality that Liverpool is more battle-tested and they are more used to playing better competition right now. And for Real Madrid to be successful in the Champions League, you need to figure it out, and you need to be figuring it out quickly too. Because you still have a Manchester City that's going to be coming to the Santiago Bernabeu. And there's a very good chance that this weekend, Manchester City absolutely pumps Liverpool. I would not be that surprised if that result actually happened too. I think both of those teams are very good. And the thing is too, I said it in the preview. I said Liverpool is a great team. I said they have fantastic players out there. Ekitike, Szoboszlai, Salah, Gravenberch, Konate, Van Dijk, Wirtz, McAllister. They have fantastic players out there. I didn't even mention Isak, who's still coming back, who might eventually be very good for them too. We didn't even get a great Liverpool team today, and we still just did not look good enough. There's a lot of things that we need to be doing. We need to be figuring out what our best starting 11 is. We need to be figuring out what our best subs are. We need to be figuring out how the hell we can score a goal from open play and not be relying on Mbappe every single time for Real Madrid to be successful, for us to be winning La Liga, and for us to be doing anything and making any noise in the Champions League. Otherwise, La Liga might be the only thing that we actually win this year, guys. But I want to hear from you in the comments below. Again, I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to yell. I'm a little fired up. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little fired up, very disappointed because I told you I cannot stand Liverpool. It is my second least favorite team. I hope they lose every single game. Again, if any Liverpool fans are still watching, first of all, thank you very much. Hit the like on the video. But I can't stand your team. I respect you guys for getting the win today. Very much the better team today. But I hope you lose the rest of the games too. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Again, as Liverpool wins the game 1-0 against Real Madrid. But guys, I want to hear from you in the comments below. Vent to me. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm wrong. Whatever you want to do. Hit a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We will be back again this weekend too as Real Madrid faces Rayo Vallecano in La Liga. That's going to be a very tough game. Madrid derby in that game. We're going to be talking about that on the channel too, and probably some more special guests hopping on the channel too, talking about more of this game too, talking about the rest of Real Madrid and where we can improve from here. Guys, appreciate you all. Love you all. Cheers. All Madrid.